Up next on AMSOIL Championship Snocross, the world's greatest snowcross racers cross the border for a grand showing at the Grand Prix Skidoo Valcourt. A shakeup in the AMSOIL Pro Class as five-time champ Elias Ischel recovers from an injury, and new stars emerge in Pro Lite. Traction is key as the world's best in oval ice racing chase a championship at one of Canada's most historic race venues. The world's greatest snowmobile racers are ready to go green from Valcourt, Quebec, right now on Fox Sports. AMSOIL Championship Snocross, part of the Skidoo Grand Prix de Valcourt, east of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Welcome everyone to our coverage here on Fox Sports of AMSOIL Championship Snocross. Paul Small, my tag team partner, former racer and champion Robbie Malinowski. Robbie, this is one weekend where everybody wants to wind up on the top step of the box.
They sure do. This is the big one. Valcourt always delivers. The track is always so demanding. Always love this as a racer, and especially if you have a Skidoo snowmobile underneath you, you want to win this one, being that it's in their backyard.
Now let's hear from some of those racers that we're talking about with the third member of our broadcast team, Taven Woody.
I'm here with Emil Hart. Emil, able to go 1-1-1 last night, especially since this is a Skidoo dominant track. How did it make you and your team feel, and especially your brand feel, that you ended up winning against all the Skidoos last night?
It feels amazing to win here. All the Skidoo fans and everyone probably didn't like it, but I'm happy with it, and my whole team and Polaris is happy about it.
Jordan, you didn't have the most ultimate night last night, so just tell the fans about what exactly happened.
I got a good first round. Kind of got the good start and then fell back in the first couple laps, but made my way back to second. And the second one, I was I was trying to make the pass for the lead, and got a little incident, fell off the track, lost my side panel on the clutch side, so then I got DQ'd.
Watch on the outside. Hart kind of shuts the door and leaves Jordan no room, and ends up going for a wild ride. So look for maybe a little bit of payback today. Ooh, looked like Yerk jumped.
Yeah, and he is just going to drop back as he knows that he got caught on that. Looks like Emil Hart grabbing the stud boy hole shot. That is not what the rest of this field wanted to see. His teammate Cody Cam is there step for step with him. Padnode, good start for him, an early third as he works to the outside of LaBelle. Oh, crash.
Emil Hart is down. Bad spot to go down on the first lap.
Oh, this is going to change everything now from the penthouse to the outhouse, unfortunately for Emil Hart here in the first leg of the AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown, and that means the lead is currently held by his teammate Cody Cam with Padnode second, LaBelle in third.
And Cody just came over a little bit, ran over the ski, and that is going to put Hart on the ground, so we're going to get to watch the fastest in qualifying start from the back of the pack, and his teammate is up front early, Cody Cam.
And Gustav Salston, let's not count him out. He is sitting in the number 4 spot. He was threatening Padnode for third as they work their way off the back of the Skidoo section up into the Polaris switchbacks. Cam does not have a big lead. He's got LaBelle bearing down on him now. They both come off the inside lane out of the switchbacks. It's going to depend on who gets the better run down here through this FXR rhythm section as to whether or not LaBelle can have a shot at him down here in the FXR turn. Not yet.
And LaBelle's got to be patient right now. Cody is known to be a fast starter, but that staying power near the end, it will fall off a little bit. He's struggled with a knee injury all season long, so watch LaBelle. Just be patient, pick apart where Cody's going, find little areas, but as I say that, look at this, LaBelle
LaBelle ramping up outside in. This might be the preferred lane here coming out of the Polaris switchback section. Is it going to be enough? It's going to put LaBelle up alongside, but Cam scoots ahead as they head through the FXR rhythm section. Can LaBelle pull a crossover here in the FXR corner? He tries to turn down tight to the inside, gets back alongside Cam.
Great racing action there by LaBelle. Heads up too. Didn't rush it. And you can see Cody, he's in that defense right now. He's looking where Jordan is going, and that's not going to be ideal for getting a fast lap time. So LaBelle putting the pressure on early, going to switch up his line here. He's going to have a slight advantage, but a long ways to go all the way out here. Can he get it done?
He's trying to get the speed run here. He gets up alongside Cam. They are bar to bar through the FXR rhythm section.
Watch for Cam. He's going to chuck. Yep, he's going to check up inside.
Oh, pulls a slide job there coming out of the corner. Nice block pass and a good defense by Cam. That's experience showing right there from Cody Cam on the red Judnick Motorsports Polaris Jacqueline's number 53 sled as he battles with this Makita Skidoo of Jordan LaBelle for the race lead with about 4:55 plus a lap to go. You can keep track of the time in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. Oh, is there a little bobble there perhaps for LaBelle?
A little bit, but nothing major. Now LaBelle's going to play that line. He's going to tuck to that far right, be able to swing in. Look at, he's going to, oh, look at this.
Oh, he tried to out-jump him. Now he tries to cross over, coming in. Oh, gives him a little ski coming off the corner, but Cam continues to hold on. And with the experience that Cody Cam has, anybody will tell you, he is one of the hardest guys to pass when he gets out front.
Yeah, but as they've been doing this back and forth, look who's starting to check up and get into the mix there. Hunter Patnote making his way to the front, and that's just because these two up front have been playing cat and mouse so much.
Patnote riding for the De Silva Motorsports team, the 1-3 Motorsports team sponsored by De Silva Motorsports. The Ocho having a good outing here in the first leg of the Triple Crown. LaBelle might have the inside lane, and again, Cody Cam able to throw the block. LaBelle turns down to the inside, just can't get the run coming off the inside of that corner to do anything with Cam, and the chess match at the front of the field continues.
Yeah, this is so frustrating right now for LaBelle. He needs to make this pass happen, and if he does, watch for him to absolutely check out. He's got more pace right now, but Cody has just got a wide snowmobile. He's able to block those preferred lines, and every time LaBelle gets even close, he's able to shut the door. This is going to be close right here. As they get through this rhythm, LaBelle's going to be in the preferred spot on that outside. Can he get it done?
Oh, he launches ahead of Cody Cam and shuts him down coming into the FXR turn, and finally it is LaBelle who will take his turn at the head of the class.
So watch for this lead to grow. LaBelle is going to set sail. He does not want to mess around anymore with Cody Cam. Cody showing some fight though. He's right there.
LaBelle opening up a couple of sled lengths as they come back into the split here that we call the Polaris switchback, a combination of left and right hand turns. And back onto this long FXR straightaway. And let's see how, oh, look at LaBelle really starting to pull out the distance here. You called that, Robbie, that he was going to check out when he got up front. Here's a battle for position a little further back. Hunter Patnote, Oscar Norm fighting it out for third, and Norm withstands the side slam there as they make contact in the middle of the FXR turn, and he'll put that KC Motorsports sled up into third. Patnote trying to charge back as they head through the Skidoo corners.
Look at Jacob Yerk starting to join the party. He's sitting in that fifth spot, so Patnote's going to have company as I say that. Yerk, wow, what a pass. So the race is coming to Hunter Patnote a little faster than he would want right now. Norum and Yerk finding their way around him that lap. Cody Cam's going to have competition here right away too.
Yeah, and Yerk moving up into the number 4 position here. That is where he finished in round 1 of the Triple Crown just 1 round ago, and wound up getting him a second overall at the end. So Yerk having a nice comeback after getting kind of boxed out at the start of this one. Minute 30 plus a lap to go. LaBelle opening up a 3.5-second lead.
And just behind Patnote, you're going to see the red 31 right there. Down on the first lap, he's coming from dead last all the way up to 6th. And he's still got a minute 20 minutes 10 left plus a lap, so he's going to catch a few more riders and salvage that falling off on the first lap.
A little side-by-side racing going on here as they come barreling out of the FXR turn a little bit further back in the field. That is Yerk closing in on Oscar Norm. Norm, meanwhile, has Cody Cam in his sights. The two of them are starting to accordion up together. We could have a battle for second, third, and fourth here in the final 45 seconds plus a lap as Norm charges to the inside of Cam. Can't quite do anything there. We'll see what happens when they hit the lane split here in the Polaris switchbacks.
So Har is just behind this group. It's going to be a what if. I only had some more time, but look at this, the battle. Cam is going to fall another spot.
Yeah, Norm will shut it down on the inside of the FXR turn. So Norm comes out moving up into second place with 2 laps left to go as the clock will expire this lap.
Yeah, 5.2 seconds clear is LaBelle. Had a feeling once he got around Cam, it was going to be curtains for everybody. Look at Yerk going for it. Cam's going to have his hands full.
Oh, and there's history between Jacob Yerk and Cody Cam. They have had a couple of get-togethers. They almost make contact there.
Oh, that would have been close.
Look at how tight Yerk turns it down on the inside.
Oh, no! They tie together. So that's going to allow Har. Oh, look at Cody throwing him a ski. So Har is going to make his way into fourth. Talk about...
Meanwhile, the white flag has waved for Jordan LaBelle, who is comfortably in front, blissfully unaware of all the chaos that is happening behind him.
This is going to be wild right here. Har knows how important this pass is. If he wants to get a chance at a overall today, he needs this pass. It's going to be close, that rhythm section. So LaBelle clearly out front. Huge lead, 6.6 seconds out front.
And he will come over those final couple of jumps here, coming to the AMSOIL finish line to get the win. But we're still watching the fight for second, third, and fourth. Norm hanging on to second. Har's got third, and he's almost going to get him for second as they come to the AMSOIL finish line.
So what a ride by Har. Jordan taking care of business, 6.8 second lead.
When AMSOIL Championship Snocross returns, the Pro Lite Final is ready to go green. Will top qualifier Brandon Nelson grab a handful of throttle? And Taven Woody discovers a Canadian classic, hearty poutine from Quebec's favorite food truck, the ultimate snowmobile comfort food.
Welcome back to our coverage on Fox Sports of AMSOIL Championship Snocross. Picture-perfect weather conditions here at the Skidoo Grand Prix de Valcourt. Temperatures in the mid-teens, excellent snow conditions, plenty of sunshine, and no wind as we get ready for the Anderson's Maple Syrup Pro Lite Final. Big development here is the point leader coming into this round, Robbie. Creighton Dillon, he's not in the field. He didn't qualify.
Yeah, that is a massive shakeup. The points are definitely going to get jumbled around here, and the one that stands to make the most is Anson Shield. He's only just a few points out of those point leads, so Anson looking to capitalize on Creighton's mistake, but we still got a lot of racing to do. Oh, we had early movement.
Oh, did Nelson go a little bit early? Perhaps Freeland coming out with Topi, Posty, and Ashline in a three-way dance for the number 2 spot behind Nelson. Don't see any pointed black flags at the AMSOIL finish line, so apparently all good as we roll down into the Skidoo corners. Brandon Nelson is leading the Anderson's Maple Syrup Pro Lite Final over Drew Freeland, who has moved into the number 2 spot.
And Adam Ashline rounded the top 3, so some big hitters from earlier today in our heat races are all up front. The big question is, where is Anson Shield? He did not get the jump. You see him right there.
Oh, yeah, he is buried down in the pack somewhere around 8th or 9th place. He's got some work to do.
Archibald struggling to get through that rhythm section. Here comes the pinch point right there. That FXR corner is so hard to get through.
Yeah, that jams everybody up. Nelson leads here as we get into the opening minutes of this Anderson Maple Syrup Pro Lite Final on his West Coast Custom Skidoo. Oh, look at that rhythm that he was able to achieve there. Nice and smooth coming out of those Skidoo corners.
Nelson is so smooth. He rides a lot of motocross in the summer, and you can see that when he gets into these rhythm sections, he's able to just find a way through there with less effort. Big question is, though, running up front, being that rookie that he is, and he sustained this lead, and he's got a young, hard-charging Drew Freeland sitting in behind. So right now, if I'm Brandon Nelson, you just got to relax a little bit.
Well, Topi Posey getting into it there, makes a nice move on the inside to get by Adam Ashline as they work their way through the rhythm section before the AMSOIL finish line jump. There's Drew Freeland still holding on to the second spot. Archibald on his Polaris back there in third, only about 4 sled lengths back.
Toby get rolling. Ooh, you see that hole that he just found there? That is going to throw these riders. You're not going to be able to see that. It's so white right now. It's blinding. You can hardly get any depth perception.
Back up to the battle between second and third. There is the 28 of Freeland, the NCM Concrete sponsored entry, followed by Adam Ashline. So Ashline moving his way up the running order here as he comes over the AMSOIL finish line jump. He's gotten ahead of Archibald. That'll put him up into a possible podium finish in the third position right now. Nelson out front by about 3 seconds on Freeland, and it's about another 1.3 seconds back to Ashline in third. Archibald is fourth. Kellen Schapper is sitting back there in the number 5 spot. So the top 5 nose to tail for the moment. There's action all through the pack, though, as these racers continue to put these sleds through their paces with 5 minutes plus 1 lap to go in this Anderson's Maple Syrup Pro Lite Final.
Taking a look at this list right now, I do notice Anson Shield has fallen back to the back of the pack. You can hear somebody having some sled issues. I wonder if that was him. So points getting shaken up all over the map right now. And that is a heartbreak for the 44.
Yeah, that sled is definitely off the pace. You can just tell. Anson's trying to get as much out of it as he can, but he is definitely off the pace. Doesn't even clear the AMSOIL finish line jump, so not the day that Anson Shield was hoping for. Opportunity was there for him to seize, but could be some mechanical gremlins causing him issues here, and he's having to just kind of ride this one out, which has got to be frustrating as a racer.
No doubt, anytime you have a mechanical, it is a heartbreak, but that is all part of the sport. But as we see, the lead is starting to tighten up front. 1.6 seconds is what Nelson has. Still plenty of time, almost 4 minutes plus a lap. So as I said earlier, just pay attention as this race wears on.
Cameron Cole there, you saw for a second trying to close in on your 5th place rider, Kellen Schapper. And there is Brandon Nelson. Freeland maybe waiting, biding his time a little bit, now deciding to try to make a charge and see if he can catch up to Nelson. Nelson is actually about a straightaway behind Anson Shield, maybe half a straightaway behind Anson Shield. So Shield in danger of going a lap down, and that means the traffic could come into play here for your race leader, Brandon Nelson, as he bounds his way through the skidoo corner. Freeland is closing in on him.
Yeah. Nelson's posture is starting to break a little bit. You can see as he gets down into the bottom of those holes, he's just not as strong as he was in those opening laps. And that's just being young, being a rookie, learning. And you can see Freeland,
Bailey Forst having an issue here by the AMSOIL finish line. Meanwhile, Freeland has caught up to Brandon Nelson. They'll come through a yellow flag section here where they'll have to slow it up for a moment, then they can get back on the power once they're clear of the incident, but Freeland is definitely coming here. Let's get an update trackside from Taven Woody.
Yes, Brandon Nelson is one of our rookies here in this class. With Drew Freeland, a sophomore, this is his 2nd year. And Drew, you can obviously see him now closing the gap, but Brandon, he's not used to running these high-paced races and running up front. So this should be very fun to see here in the next couple minutes of this race to see what he decides to do and if he can keep up the stamina for the rest of this final.
As you were saying that, he makes the move, so Drew Freeland has moved into the lead. Nelson falls to 2nd. Does he have it? Oh, and Nelson has a moment. Oh, wow, he almost came off. And that is Ashline right there. So the race is starting to unfold for Nelson.
Yeah, big hole there that they both go through, coming into that second of the skidoo corners and Ashline. I'm sure looking up the racetrack, he saw Brandon Nelson do his version of a Superman, almost come off the sled. I'm not sure quite how he was able to save it and recover to maintain the number 2 spot, but Ashline, he's closing in, and there's Tyler Archibald, who is closing in on Ashline. So as Freeland goes to the front of the field and starts to pull away.
Yeah, you can see Ashline and Nelson right now, they are fatiguing. They are starting to fall off. The pace is just a little too much, and Archibald is going to capitalize on both of them. I would bet in another lap or two, you'll see that.
If he's going to make the move, he's going to have to do it quickly. Oh, and it looks like Nelson slowed up there for a second, and that allows Ashline to go by, and Archibald as well, so it could be a mechanical issue for Brandon Nelson.
It is. He's pulled off. So heartbreak, young rookie, whole shots leading to this. So Archibald, Ashline, this is going to be the battle, and this is where Ashline's going to have to dig deep right now. You can see he's laboring right now. It's not as easy as it was earlier, and Archibald looks like the fresher rider.
Archibald going to the outside here and looking for a line to close in on Ashline. Stays to the outside through the first of the skidoo corners, avoids that big hole that is formed on the inside as he just kind of rim rides the outside of that second skidoo corner. Let's see what happens when they get to the Polaris switchbacks in the lane split here.
Look at the heart that Ashline's showing, though. You can see 2 laps ago, he looked like it was all coming apart, and now he's actually dug a little deeper and found, but as I say that, it looked like Archibald was going to make the move, and he does.
So Archibald goes up into second. Ashline trying to return the favor there, coming through the FXR turn. White flag is waved for your race leader, Drew Freeland. He is very, very comfortably out in front by about 7 seconds, but Archibald here going into the final lap has found his way into the number 2 spot.
Archibald, right place, right time, never gave up on it. You can see Ashline, the head is starting to bob a little bit. This is such a tough, demanding course.
Kellen Chaperon just creeping into the frame there on the number 54 here on the last lap. He may have a shot if Ashline is starting to get too fatigued. Meanwhile, no fatigue at all for Drew Freeland. He ran down Brandon Nelson. He made the pass. Nelson made a mistake, faded back and dropped down. It's Drew Freeland's day in Quebec as he picks up the win here in the Anderson's Maple Syrup Pro Lite Final.
Looks like Archibald's going to take that second spot. Ashline going to round your podium, so great ride by Adam Ashline.
A well-deserved win and hard work for. Just walk me through how you're able to get up here on the top of the box this weekend.
Yeah, you know, I started off and I had a really good start, and from there I just had to click off laps. You know, it was a rough track out there. It's an amazing track, super big and super technical, and it's awesome.
Still ahead, the best ice oval racers on the planet are ready to crown a champion when we return to Valcourt.
Back with more AMSOIL Championship Snocross, and a little added bonus for you. As part of the Skidoo Grand Prix de Valcourt, they do ice oval racing with snowmobiles, ATVs, and motorcycles. Robbie, how crazy do you have to be to ride one of these motorcycles at speed on an ice oval?
Well, you're not going to catch me out there doing this. And of course, they've got all those razor sharp studs holding them and gripping them to this ice.
Robbie, this form of motorsport has some rich traditions here in Canada.
Yeah, it sure does. And just going back years ago, my crew chief back in the day, Steve Thorson, used to race ovals, was world champion, and the tradition runs deep, and it's amazing to watch nowadays.
Check out this cat and mouse game at speeds approaching 100 miles per hour. In the Pro Champ final, Gunnar Stern earned a victory in workmanlike fashion. In the Moto Expert Open, it was goggles on, studs down, and throttle up, as the fired up fans got a chance to enjoy one of the best races of the season. Merci beaucoup. Thank you, Valcourt, Quebec, for some awesome ice racing. When AMSOIL Championship Snocross roars back to Canada, round 2 of the AMSOIL Triple Crown, with a tight points battle on the line. AMSOIL Championship Snocross is presented by Skidoo. That's Skidoo feeling. By AMSOIL, performance you demand, protection you deserve. And by Polaris, think outside.
Welcome back to the Skidoo Grand Prix de Valcourt and AMSOIL Championship Snocross here on Fox Sports. Second leg of the AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown is upon us. Jordan LaBelle coming out swinging, wins round number 1. How does he do in leg number 2?
Well, I think he's going to take it where he left off. Get that start, that is number 1, and then try to run and hide, if you will. Yimo Haar showed that he's got the speed, but he can't find himself on the snow on the first lap and expect to catch up to Jordan in only 8 minutes.
All right, so the countdown clock is started. They're on those hot start buttons, getting the pipe up to temperature. And away we go, leg 2 of the AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown. Hole shot for Jordan LaBelle on the number 511 as he emerges from the pack with the early lead. Evan Down and Yimo Haar bar to bar for the number 2 spot as LaBelle cuts down to the inside. Haar is going to follow that line as he tries to get by Evan Down here for the number 2 spot.
And did you see the line Evan Down just did? He went triple on that outside. Huge line. How about Evan Down?
Jordan LaBelle may be the man of the hour here, but the question is now with the Moose in the number 2 spot, can he run down Jordan LaBelle? These first couple of laps of this timed race are going to be critical for Jordan to try to make the getaway. Haar steps out just a little bit coming out of the FXR turn. That allows Evan Dow to come back movement. Dow powers past him and goes back into the number 2 spot.
So all that is happening, but what is happening for LaBelle is clear sailing. Does not have to worry about any of that. Looks like Haar is finally going to make that pass stick.
Francis Pelletier in early 4th, Oscar Norm 5th here in the early going. Again, this is an 8-minute race plus a lap. When the clock reaches 0, the next time the leader comes around, the white flag waves. Look at the distance that both Yimo Haar and Jordan LaBelle have pulled on Evan Down, and Haar is threatening LaBelle for the lead as they come out of the FXR turn. It's on here at the front of the field.
It sure is, and that flat corner, when it's early in the race, that is Haar's advantage. As it starts to bank up, look for LaBelle to actually start to make time back in that corner. So if Haar makes a move early, it is going to be really tough for LaBelle. Look at how Haar can get through that corner so fast.
Yeah, he comes off the outside out of that Polaris switchback, and he may have gotten himself into the lead. LaBelle doesn't have a comeback move just yet as they work through the FXR straight down into this FXR turn, and Haar has made the pass to take over the lead.
So Yimo Haar not messing around. He knows how important that pass is right now. He cannot drop any more points to LaBelle.
Question is now, does LaBelle have anything in the tank for a comeback move? He's going to charge to the outside here, come alongside and repass hard for the lead. Look at that power move.
And he goes right to that line that Har had. So some great heads-up riding by Jordan. Love to see that.
Now the question is, what kind of run can Har get down the straightaway here? The gap is at about 2 sled lengths. LaBelle can't afford to make a mistake coming out of that flat FXR corner. He doesn't, and he actually is able to bank it down to almost 3 sled lengths as they come over the AMSOIL finish line jump. Har switching lanes, going down to the inside here as they come into the skidoo corners.
I'm impressed right now, LaBelle. That was a power move. He had to dig deep for that. He had the lead, lost the lead, came back and fought back for that lead, and that just goes to show you the growth. I don't think last year he would have been able to do that, but second year in this pro class, showing the skill, everything that he's been working on, that program, that team, Hornet Racing. It's not like these guys have not been around for a long time, and he's starting to open up a little bit. 1.3 seconds.
These two have distanced themselves out. It's about 6 seconds back to Evan Dowd, who is currently holding on to third, although he is being threatened by Francis Pelletier on that Team Motorsport FXR skidoo. There's the battle for third as they work their way out of the skidoo corner, going into the player switchbacks. Nice cut there to the inside by Francis. We'll see if he can make it work coming out the other side here to take over that number 3 spot from Evan Dowd. Evan just got over the berm with the ski just enough. Almost had contact there in the FXR rhythm section, but Pelletier makes the move and he's up into third.
Francis finding himself back in the mix, close and into that top 3. Unfortunately for him, the leaders are absolutely gone. 8.9 seconds to second place, so he's got a lot of work if he wants to get anywhere near those two.
Watching some of the action a little bit further back in the field from high above here. LaBelle continues to hold on to the lead.
1.4 seconds is the lead right now. Looks like Har is starting to chip away a little bit on that. And as I say that line right before, actually he extends it. LaBelle is just so much better leading into that finish line. Seems like Har has something over here in this part of the track, but seems to give all that time right back to LaBelle.
LaBelle cranks out of the Polaris switchback, heads back down the straightaway. There's Emil Har all the way up to the outside, trying to use every available inch of real estate. Yellow flag out here in the FXR rhythm section. Trouble for one sled that slows everybody down. I think you called it, Robbie, when you were talking about the maturity level that Jordan LaBelle has now with a full year of AMSOIL Pro competition under his belt. Mentioned that last year at this time he was a rookie and wound up winning the AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown. He's 2/3 of the way toward winning one today as he takes the checker flag here in the second leg. So LaBelle with the victory. Har will finish about 5.5 seconds back in the number 2 spot. And then you've got to wait. Francis Pelletier just coming across the AMSOIL finish line now rounds out the top 3. It all came down to that excellent start from Jordan LaBelle as we take an isolated look at him here, grabbing that stud boy hole shot.
He was perfect all the way out of there, and then the battle started. He lost that lead, but remember, he just fought right back, went back to the lead, and that was it.
Le Machine is firing up. We're talking about Malene the Machine Couture. Will the defending Pro Women's Champ maintain a 4-race winning streak?
I'm here with Nayli LaBelle. Nayli, it has been a little bit of a trying season for you, but I know that your dedication is there, and this is a hometown race for you. So how important is it for you to be on the podium tonight?
It's really important because all my friends and family are here to watch me. It's been a rough couple weekends, but I hope I can do better today.
Good jump by Coutu, but looks like
not going to get the whole shot. It's going to go to Carissa Blessum. But Moline goes by Carissa as they head over the AMSOIL finish line jump. Hauger in early third. Looks like Victoria Dillon with a pretty decent start as she comes away with a fourth. The question is now for Carissa Blessum, can she hook onto the back end of Moline Coutu's sled and stay with her? Usually once Moline gets out front, she can pull away, and the key to that is in the section that's coming up after the Polaris switchbacks here when we get to this FXR straightaway, Rodney. And right now, Moline Coutu doing what she normally does. Once she gets out front, she is able to leg it out for the rest of the field and then just kind of ride her own race. It'll take her a little while, and it'll take a little bit for the field to string out before she could potentially catch the back of the field and start having to deal with live traffic. But right now, everything is going her own way. Good battle for second here, though, as Hauger trying to close in and trying to make a move on Carissa Blessum for second, but Carissa able to pull away down this FXR straightaway. Hauger trying to catch up as they head to the end of the straightaway down to that flat FXR turn.
almost an opportunity to make that pass.
Oh, and she's almost got it. She's going to switch up lanes here, go outside in on the Polaris switchback. Blessum ahead of her coming into the switchback section. Hauger, though, launches out ahead. Well, that was a good choice there as far as the line goes. It gets her second place, but this battle's not done yet. Carissa is bar to bar with her down the FXR straightaway. Hauger almost gets off the sled.
Makes the pass stick, though, and that was just pure muscle. She had to battle her way through that section. Not the preferred line, but she got the pass done nevertheless. But as all that was happening, 8.7 seconds up is Moline Coutu.
Nothing short of amazing.
Yeah, they put a complete package around her, and she's taken every advantage and ran with it. Let's light the candles one more time again.
Yeah, Moline Coutu comes across and picks up another Bikeman Performance Pro-Am Women victory. Here comes Anana Hauger on her Hemmer Motorsports Polaris. She will come away with the second spot. And then it should be Carissa Blessum making her way down the straightaway here, and she is headed toward the AMSOIL finish line. She will complete the podium, finishing in third.
Moline, a rocket ship off the start and just a rocket ship on the track. I know your time and dedication is all in this sport. Just tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, honestly, I've been thinking a lot about it lately, and yeah, I've basically dedicated, I don't know, almost half of my life to this, and super cool, super happy that I'm where I'm at right now with my team. They're working so hard, all of them, and that sled's been ripping all weekend. She's just been a beast out there, and that really helps me out, get a good hole shot, and kind of just see clear out there and do my thing. And yeah, I just want to thank my whole team, 1-3 Motorsports, FXR, Ski-Doo, of course. Thank you guys so much for everything. And De Silva Motorsports, Brunt Workwear, Rock, CTI knee braces, CNA Pro Skis, Stud Boy, and my family, my friends, my fans, and I want to say happy Mother's Day, happy Norwegian Mother's Day to my mom at home, and yeah, thank you to everyone else at home watching, and see you guys in New York.
Still ahead, the final round of the AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown. For Jordan LaBelle, 2 races, 2 wins. What happens next?
Well, the first 2 rounds of AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown competition have been eventful, shall we say. Time for the deciding leg, and it's down to a 2-horse race here between Jordan LaBelle, who's in the driver's seat, and Emil Haar, who'd like to get in the driver's seat.
Yeah, you're right. Emil Haar needs to have a little luck on his side. He has to go out, win, and then hopefully the cards fall in his favor.
For LaBelle, it's pretty simple here. Try to stay up front, keep Emil Haar behind you, and the race and the overall can be yours. All right, there's the call. The engines fire on these high-performance 600cc production-based sleds. They are tricked out a little bit, especially clutching, suspension, and the exhaust systems on these sleds. So they are on that hot start button, getting that pipe up to that optimal temperature. The hole shot devices are locked in on the back end, and these guys are ready for launch. It is the final leg of the AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown here at the Skidoo Grand Prix de Valcourt. Can Jordan LaBelle defend his home turf and come away with the overall win?
Well, looks like LaBelle got the perfect jump. He's gonna make it to the line first.
So he gets the stud boy hole shot. Emil Hart trying to sneak up the inside, and he will follow through. Jacob Björk with a good start as well, an early third as the pack goes hammering down into the Skidoo corners. There's the battle for the lead. Hart going for it here in the early going, and he will slip to the inside of LaBelle.
And LaBelle almost came off in that first corner. So things are heating up early. And look at the number 3, Adam Peterson, starting to make his way into the conversation. So Hart out front early, LaBelle in heel. So it's going to be a battle to the end is what I foresee coming.
So the stud boy hole shot goes to Jordan LaBelle, but he does not have the lead. The lead is held by the moose, Emil Har, and Har immediately pulling away by about close to a second here, almost 2 seconds when they were over the AMSOIL finish line jump. So Har doing exactly what he has to do to have a shot at the overall. Get out front, try to win the race, and then just let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah, Har's going to be paying extra to Peterson if he can get in there and start making some noise for LaBelle, because that is all he can do to have a chance at this overall. The number 8, Hunter Patnode, making his way up there as well.
Yeah, it's been a good day for Patnode, consistently in the top 5 in the first 2 legs. Peterson a little bit of a bump. Oh, and Patnode just throws the door there on Gustav Salston, and then Patnode tips but saves the sled, and that allows Francis Pelletier to take advantage. He's going to grab 2 for 1.
Yeah, that was a little aggressive by Patnode. Not sure what his plan was there. He just went in trying to make contact.
So look again at the overall as it stands right now. LaBelle, if he finishes in second, would capture the overall victory even if Har wins this race, but LaBelle needs to stay in second place. Peterson is about 4 seconds back behind him right now, so he's got a little bit of a cushion that he can work with, but one mistake could unravel everything for Jordan LaBelle. Let's check in trackside with Taven Woody for an update.
Yes, guys, what I'm really impressed with seeing here is Hunter Patnode. This is the best riding that I have personally seen from him all year. Right now, he's sitting in 3rd place. If he can just keep this up, or maybe even gain a spot, he can settle with that 3rd place position and lock himself in. So this is a battle that you want to pay attention between him and the guys around him, because Hunter is no slouch, and he is definitely showing his comfortability with this team now. So that's definitely going to be a battle to watch right there.
And look at Jacob Björk having his own issues. Oh, that is so unfortunate. Cannot get that Artie Cat started. Oh, LaBelle!
LaBelle is off! LaBelle is off!
So this is going to change everything. LaBelle, huge mistake. And I see Patnode, or Pelletier go by. There's Patnode. So everything Har needed to happen is happening. So
oh, what a heartbreak for Jordan LaBelle. Like I said, one mistake could cause everything to unravel. He loses a bunch of spots and is strung out as everybody is here with about 90 seconds plus a lap to go. I don't think there's enough time for him to get that track position back that he needs.
No, there is no time for it. So that's going to shake everything up. That's going to be Pelletier, Patnode, and we're going to get another look at this. Comes out of this corner. What does he do here? He just catches something a little bit. You know what? That is exactly where Brandon Nelson just 1 race ago had his little Superman exit.
First leg of the Triple Crown today. He was on the snow after the first corner, dead last, powered his way back to get a 3rd place finish. Leg number 2, he battled back and forth with Jordan LaBelle, kept himself in contention with the 2nd place finish, and when he needs one, he gets one. Emil Har wins the 3rd leg and grabs another overall AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown.
Now, how is it going to shake out from here? Here's LaBelle sitting 5th right now. I don't think he's got enough time.
LaBelle comes across and finishes off. Looks like he will be in the 4th position.
If they are tied, it's going to go overall to Har, being that at last. And I think he just did the math in his head and realizes That one mistake is going to cost him that overall.
Emil, we talked earlier today that racing is just fun for you. You want to keep it fun, but every win makes it even better. So just tell us all about that.
Of course I want to win, and I also want to stay consistent, and the win today felt great. I mean, Jordan did a mistake, and I did also in the first round, and I mean, we both are young and mistakes happen. It's hard to be consistent all the time, and yeah, I'm super happy with the win. And
So Emil Harn now takes a pretty sizable points lead. Elias Ischel tumbles down to third. He just took starts this weekend, nursing that broken thumb from a practice crash. He's hoping to be back for the next rounds of competition in Salamanca, New York. So until then, for Taven Woody and Robbie Malinowski, I'm Paul Small. We appreciate you watching. Thanks for being a part of AMSOIL Championship Snocross right here on Fox Sports.